I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay, let me put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
The friend zone for guys is the friends with benefits zone for girls. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When a guy's in the friend zone with a girl, she's getting all the emotional attention and benefits as if he was a boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
without sharing or giving any of the physical intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
When a girl is in the friends with benefits zone with a guy, i.e. they're just fuck buddies or whatever,
Yeah.
he's getting all the benefits as if she's a girlfriend, having sex with her, all the physical intimacy, without having to give any of the emotional security that she deeply desires.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's different, because, and especially because men are, and like I said, this isn't an excuse, but just trying to help convey it. Men have to fight to get sexual opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have to fight for it.
Not all men.
Well, 99% of men do. And when I say
So
fight
that 1%, right?
but when I say fight for it, they have to become in themselves to get to that position.
See, I don't think that is entirely true.
Why not?
Because I have seen it with my own eyes.
What have
You
you
know,
seen?
I have seen men who are not in the 1% who get women, like, some men are just funny, for example, and can get a woman.
But do you think he was born funny, or do you think he had to learn to be funny?
Maybe it's just with him. Like, I feel like a lot of people are born like with their character traits.
In order to hone being funny, you have to develop your social skills, especially if you're going to be funny on the fly.
I think I don't know. It depends on maybe life taught him in his own way, you know.
Yeah.
But I've seen men that get girls like easily. They don't. The
But
girls throw themselves at
But they'll
these
have
men.
something about them. When we talk about the top 10%, I think a lot of the time people are referring to earnings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while that does play a part, it's more about the top 10% might be the 6'4" guy who's very attractive.
Yeah.
He may be earning an average wage,
Mm-hmm.
but he's in the top 10%, the top percentile of guys
Of what
who
women
are
want.
desirable.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's way hard. Okay, do you think it's harder to be desirable as a guy or as a woman?
Do you think it's harder to be desirable?
Yeah. Do you think it's?
Yeah, but a guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most guys, unless he's born like super attractive, which there are those guys out there,
Mm-hmm.
most guys aren't.
Mm-hmm.
He has to build certain things in himself, build certain values, whether it's being funny, because if you're super funny, it means you're super socially intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't be funny without that.
Yeah.
Whether it's general intelligence, whether it's him being successful, whether it's him having a good body, whether it's him being able to speak, being confident, maintaining eye contact, all of these things are things that men have to build in themselves
Mm-hmm.
that women find desirable.
Yeah.
Whereas a girl who if she just looks after herself, if she's just a normal average girl,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be getting attention regardless.
Yeah.
So because men, and that's what I mean when I say men have to fight to be in a position where they have sexual opportunity with women. It's like the candy store analogy. Have you heard that?
No, but I can say, like,
Go on.
even if men do fight to have this or whatever,
Mm.
they don't need to. Like, it's a program to make men have these women.
When you say it's a program, what do you mean?
It's like when men are born into this world, they are taught different things to women. So they are taught the more the merrier, you know, when it comes to women, like, don't say no to vagina, and vagina is a vagina. It doesn't matter if it's old, poor, this is it. A vagina is a vagina, right? They're just taught completely different things. So they're not taught about having one wife. They are not taught, okay, you know, when you grow older, you're going to find yourself a one wife.
No, I think they are. I think they are.
No.
I don't think men in mass are taught to be going out there trying to get a haram of women
I think they are.
from a young age.
Personally, yes, I do. It's like even like I see like fathers.
Yep.
They say, "Oh, look at that booty," you know. Look at that. They're already programmed to look. They're already programmed to desire more than one woman in their
Shall I
own
say
way.
why I don't believe it's social programming? Because it's pretty consistent throughout every single society and culture in the world, and every single society and culture is different in their values. But it's pretty consistent that men have always tried to get positions where they can have multiple women. It's pretty consistent. Another reason why I'm not saying that there isn't a level of conditioning amongst peers, right? For sure. Like guys are like, oh, how many girls did you sleep with when you went to Magaluf? Girls are like, oh, who's the guy that you got with? Is he this, a great guy? There is some of that because, especially if we hit our teens and stuff and start getting interested in the other sex, your peers can encourage certain behaviors that maybe aren't the best. I agree. But there are a lot of things that, when it comes to sexuality and I think what we're attracted to, I think a lot of that comes from a more primal place. And the example I give is people who are gay were never taught to be gay.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
They grow up and they go, oh, well, like, this is what I like.
But when I say influence, I don't mean just your parents. I mean, look at the movies that we watch.
I agree.
Look at the music that is played on the radio.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, back in the day, women valued themselves a little bit more than they do now. But if you look at the media now, the women are they're acting more like men.
Yep.
Like the songs that are on the radio, like the women are now being men. They're being dogs. When it comes to sex, especially, like they're really blagging it out. Look at Cardi B, City Girls, Stallions, and all these things. And like it's just different, and the way the women are acting now is very different as well. And I felt like it's the influence from the media.
I do agree with that, but then here's what I'll ask: after a woman's done this for a certain period of time, are most of them happy?
No, of course.
And that's how. Whereas if you ask men, if a guy is having sex with multiple gorgeous women over an extended period of time, 9 times out of 10 he's like, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, because again, that's that program's been running longer. That's what I believe.
So you don't think it's natural in men to seek out variety or multiple?
No, I mean it was just Adam and Eve. It wasn't Kelly.
Well, what is
Eve and
Eve, Kelly, Stacey, and Becky? Yeah,
it was just Adam and Eve. They were meant to be one. Like sex was meant to bring. Sex is actually sacred. Like we're all forgetting about that. Everyone's like, oh yeah, but men this and men that, and men are different. Yeah, that's true. But also, if you have a good woman and you're also going around cheating on her, I'm not saying, okay, let's not say it's a consistent cheating pattern, but like what Andrew Tate said, once in a while you're gonna have the pineapple, right?
Yeah.
But who is that pineapple? Like, what is that woman carrying? You don't know much about this woman, but you've now gone and slept with her, and she might be a hoe for all you know. And that energy you're now bringing to your wife or your good girl, and then you wonder why she's become this bad bee, but she was this good girl before. A lot of good girls are now bad girls, and it's like, why is that? It's like, because who were you dealing with, and who were they dealing with, and what were they bringing to you?
I agree. Look, I'm not saying it's okay to cheat, but there is a natural I don't want to say instinct, but what's the word I'm looking for? There is a natural instinct for men to spread their seed. Now that's not saying it's okay, because there's pros and cons, right? If you're a man who's out here, right, and let's say if we take away contraception, you're having a bunch of kids left, right, and center, you can't be a father to all those kids. It's not good for you to do that, right? It's better to have one woman where you have secure home. I completely agree with you.
You can also spread your seed with one person.
Well, I mean, that kind of defeats the point of spreading your seed.
Well, not really. You're still spreading your seed. You're still creating more of you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You can, of course.
Yeah.
But that instinct or that natural what's that word? I don't know. I'll find it. I'll think of it after this. I
do get what you're saying, because like men can get 365 women pregnant in 1 year if they really wanted to, and women can only get pregnant once.
Very true.
That year. So I understand where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, we're human beings. At the end of the day, we are born with emotions.
I agree.
At the end of the day, if you're getting with someone and they don't want you to cheat, but you're still going out cheating, you're gonna come home and somehow your energy has shifted. She's going to know.
She'll sense it.
That you have some feminine or something's wrong, and she's going to try and look through your phone. It's not because she think like, this is where men get it wrong as well. They're like, how does she know?
Intuition's a thing, man. That female intuition is serious.
Yeah, but where does this intuition come from? It's the energy shift that they've provided. Like, for example, I've been in a relationship where my guy has cheated, and I have never ever touched his phone. I have never looked through his phone, and everything was fine.
Yeah.
One day his energy just shifted. And for me, that was a weird sort of sense. And then I sort of backed away a little bit to sort of see what's going on.
Yes.
And then it all just come to me anyway.
How